I see this quite often with a lot of the clients that we work with, but even sometimes internally with ourselves, is there's sometimes disconnect between marketing and sales. How do you get marketing and sales to work together?
Well, like with anything, it does have to be based on some form of mutual success. Marketing, I've been in companies where marketing sees any lead that they get, there's like a claiming of ownership of who won, who's performing better for the CEO, who's winning the game and looking better in the eyes, and sales is kind of playing the ground game of, hey, we're the ones bringing in the leads and closing the sales, and marketing is just doing a bunch of fancy schmancy stuff that really doesn't have an impact. Social media, who cares? The key is understanding how they work together. I've always felt that marketing should be serving sales. Marketing should be integrated with sales. Often we'll run into, a newly minted sales executive who's now suddenly, he's been doing it for 15 years, and they've named them the sales executive and vice president of marketing, and they don't really understand what marketing is, so they just do the sales processes. The key is understanding, hey, okay, so marketing can be the air support to drive in a lot of the leads, drive in a lot of the brand recognition, set up the table so that when people are ready to engage, or when you do pick up that phone and you contact that person from a sales perspective, you can then soften the ground so the sales team can do what they do best. Likewise, when the sales team engages with them and collects that info, they can then feed that into a system through a CRM like we've talked about before, or a marketing strategy that is working the flywheel. We can take that information and start nurturing that client with the sales team so that it's really both are working together. And an integrated campaign is always going to work much better than one side of the company doing one thing over here that is a disconnected message than what the sales team is saying. And recently, even within our own company, we found that sales was doing their own kind of pushes and campaigns towards something, and marketing was doing another one. And recently, well, I guess over the last year and a half, we found much more success in having the campaigns be aligned into what we're reaching out to and why we're reaching out to, and having all of this repurposed content and all this repurposed engagement that really feeds what we're doing, so that we get this momentum so that sales and marketing are working together, driving this towards the same goals, and then everybody celebrates the win. That is the best way to get them to engage, is to understanding both sides can win out of this, and both people cannot be successful without the other.
Right, and I think it's really about integrating the team. So if they're not already having regular stand-up type meetings together, they should be having those types of meetings together. If they don't have a common scorecard or something that they're sharing that they're all looking at together, they should. If they're not reporting back to each other to close the loop on these things, they should be.
Right.